Welcome back to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Squad, episode number 14. The conversation I want to get into today: if Devin the Dream Haney really decides to go to Australia to fight George Kambosos, could this really turn into a bad thing? Let's get into the conversation.
Title, and here's George Kambosos.
Right win, and now we can talk.
He says we can talk. Sergio thinks that George Kambosos should be the favorite against you if you guys fight. Your response to that?
Well, he has most of the belts, so I have no problem with him being a favorite. At the end of the day, we got to go in there and settle it. Numbers don't matter when it comes to that, so let's just do it. That's all I care about.
George, you wanted to see an entertaining fight from Devin Haney. Did you see that tonight?
Look, I'll give him his props. You know, at times he looked very sharp, and he boxed brilliant. That's his game. He boxes nicely. So styles make fights, and if we make it happen, it's gonna be an exciting fight. But
you witnessed it ringside. But give me your assessment of Devin Haney's performance here tonight and his win over Jojo Diaz.
Yeah, good win, man. I'm not going to come in and outshine him or take away from his win. It was good. He boxed well, boxed smart. He did take a few shots. Obviously, we know Jojo's not a natural 130-pounder, so I see that there already. But a great win, full respect there, and you can see the mutual respect. And you know what I mean. If we get things sorted with all the business side of things, because he wants it, I want it, we'll make it happen.
So this is the absolute truth on Devin Haney, on if he goes to Australia to fight George Kambosos. In my own humble opinion, I think if he goes over there and puts on a show and does what he has to do and actually gets, most likely, I think he will have to get a stoppage. He does not want a close fight whatsoever, because if he do, he's going to lose. But I think if he was actually go over there and do what he had to do and actually get the victory, I think you can almost say that Devin Haney needs to be on the pound for pound list or close to it. Devin Haney is a very talented fighter. George Kambosos is a very talented fighter, but also the thumbnail, I think, tell you the whole story. Going to any country in the world, you're always going to have to play by another set of rules. You're not going to play by the American rules. You're going to have to play by Australian rules. So with that said, Devin Haney has to think long and hard. And if he actually does say, hey, look, I'll go over there, I test the waters, he can go over there and test the waters, but he's going to have to go with every skill that he's ever learned in his bag and be willing to use it at any point in the fight. He cannot let it go to the judges. So you guys, let me know what you think. Do you think it's a possibility if Devin Haney goes to Australia, is it a setup? In a lot of ways, it could be looked at as a setup by the promoters, by everyone. George Kambosos, he has all the belts. He could be a megastar. I think if he beats Devin Haney, if he beats him fair and square, I think he becomes a big star. I think he can probably pick and choose who he want to fight, even though I don't really like that. I think you should always want to fight the best. But I think with Devin Haney winning, or any one of those guys winning, it could set up different fights. But I think Devin is more personal, Devin Haney, to go to another country and actually perform like he should. I think that, in my own humble opinion, I do think Devin Haney has what it takes to beat George Kambosos. I think he's a naturally bigger fighter. I think he got a longer reach. I think he is 72 inches. George Kambosos is 69 inches, if I'm not mistaken. But that doesn't have anything. You got to put the skills behind your body type. But I do think with Devin Haney working with one of the greatest fighters of all times in Floyd Mayweather and being in his gym ever since he was a young kid, which you can see some of the clips of him being in there. I think he was like 20 years old, and he's only like 24, I think, right now, or 23, 24. But I think he has the whole package to actually get the victory. But it is, like I say, it is very scary to go in somebody's backyard. But to go in somebody's backyard and prove why you went into their backyard so you can actually pull out the win, I think it says more about Devin Haney, and he could benefit more from this fight than George Kambosos would. Not to say that George Kambosos wouldn't benefit off this fight, but I think that if you go outside your country and you put on a good show and you show the promoters, you show the networks, hey, I'm the best, I'm the new lightweight king. That's going to put more pressure on other lightweight fighters. And that's anywhere between 130 to even 140. I think Devin Haney could easily move up to 140 so that he can have more options. But I think, is a great fight, is a fight that should happen. But Devin Haney has to keep everything together. I think, he's got a great team. I think he's going to have to really hit the gym and stay focused. But it is, like I said, it is dangerous. But when you talk about going to other countries, there's so many other fighters, so many other American fighters that has went over to other countries and actually got pretty good victories. Errol Spence is one of them. Him and Kell Brook. That was a great fight. Kell Brook was winning the first part of that fight. But Errol Spence is a different type of fighter, so he really focused in and he understood what was at stake. If you lose, you go back home with nothing. If you win, you go back home with greatness. That was Errol Spence's first championship belt. So he did what he had to do, and look at him now. So Devin Haney, with him only being 23, 24 years old, he has all the talent in the world to do an Errol Spence. He can get put on the map. He can start getting more respect. Sometimes a lot of fighters, they look for people to automatically respect them. I think the way you earn respect is you go out there and show and prove who you are and what you're about. I think that's what true boxing should be. You should earn respect. It's like me going over somebody else's house. Depends on how I'm acting and what I'm doing. You know, that's going to determine whether I get the respect to come back and enjoy being over someone's house. That's just a small way of thinking about it. But I think, like I say, I think Devin Haney has all the skills to go over there. And I do think he'll win, but I do not think he will win a close fight. You guys let me know what you think about it. But, you know, you can agree or not agree with me. But I think I think Devin Haney, he's learning from these last fights. The Jojo Diaz fight, I think that was a good fight he should have took. And the Linares fight, I think that he did a great job in that fight. He got stunned. He got rocked. So you got to kind of give it up to him to, just to keep going. But you guys get in the comment section. Let me know what you think about this topic. And let's make this conversation even bigger. Just want to thank you guys for tuning into another awesome episode of Big Bear Boxing Squad. Let me know what you think about this topic and all the other topics that I'm bringing up. I think it's a great topic. I think it's something that should be talked about more, but let me know what you think down in the comments below. With that said, I do have older fights that I am posting. I have also got Pernell Whitaker, one of his very first pro fights, so please go check that out. I think it's fire. If you know everybody knows who Floyd Mayweather is, but if you go watch Pernell Whitaker, you will see a lot of Floyd Mayweather type of, his same style, the way he do his defense and stuff like that. They are two separate fighters, I still think, in my own opinion, but it's a good fight to go back and study. It's a good fight to go back and just go back in time and enjoy those older fights. I have Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran too, so please go check that out. It's nothing but fire. It gives you more reason to come to my channel because I'm more diverse. I want to be more diverse and give you guys just different things to watch, other things, just topics to actually talk about. True boxing fans only. So I just want to thank you guys. I never want to leave a video without thanking you guys for subscribing. Thank you guys for participating on my channel as far as commenting. And a lot of you guys, I can tell you very knowledgeable about boxing from the comments that you leave. And understanding just about the channel being free to speak. It's not so much about my opinion, but I start the conversation. You guys can actually contribute to the conversation. That makes the conversation even bigger. That makes the channel grow. So we need to also, get into the likes. If you watch my video, try to watch it through the duration and also like it. Hit the notification bell so you know when upcoming videos are coming up. That way you won't miss fire content. But with that said, you know what I always say before we cut the video. If you want to see what I'm wearing, shoptati.com. All my social media platforms will be down in the descriptions below. So please go check that out. Please go check my Twitch out too. I do have fire boxing content over there. But with that said, we're going to go ahead and cut this video. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Big Bear Boxing Squad.